My name is Hannah, and this is a story of how I got 17 high school age kids to Costa Rica.
What do you hope to gain out of this trip?
I hope to gain more knowledge about the world around us and just learn more about like different cultures and everything and just have a great experience.
My initial response to coming to Costa Rica was because I wanted to expand my cultural fusion and my horizons to different stuff in the world and see what else I can learn from people in different countries and come home a different person and help others across the world and see how that changes me.
Thank you very much.
Last summer, I went to Nicaragua with this group called Soccer Without Borders. And they work with young girls and they use soccer as a platform for empowerment and gender equality and boosting these girls' self-esteem and self-worth, and it's so awesome. I recruited 2 of my friends to come with me. So us 3 and about 12 other teens from the US that all play soccer, we went down to Nicaragua and it was the most amazing experience of my life. So I got a couple of my friends to help me and I reached out to GLA. I heard back from Heidi and she helped me create this trip. So next I hosted a meeting at my house and that whittled it down to like between 20 and 30 people. And then once I released dates and time and expenses and contracts and stuff, that brought it down to 17. Individually, we each rose our own funds for travel and expenses, and we took 2 chaperones with us. One was my math teacher from sophomore year, and the other was one of my mom's best friends.
So leading up to the trip, I didn't have a huge role. Hannah really took on all of that with GLA. I would say one of the roles I took on, though, was trying to make sure there was some connection between the kids, or the teens and what they were doing, and the people that they were meeting in Costa Rica. So like encouraging Spanish as much as possible, and that sort of thing. And trying to make sure we were reflecting on what we could learn from the culture and bring back to shape us a little. So there's a couple of things that did surprise me, but the group of teens who came was amazing. Like everyone was eager to help whenever they could and to do service, and I had some really great conversations with a few of the people on the trip, which was nice because it was nice. I was really surprised by how deep most of the kids were, because for 17 you just don't always expect that, and I think shame on society for overlooking that component of our 17-year-olds, but I was really surprised by some of the conversations.
I don't know the lyrics.
No, to be honest, I really enjoyed this trip this week. Spending time with you, with this group, because as I said it already, I was a little bit concerned about like, oh, how they're gonna get along, and actually I realized it's an amazing group of friends, a big group of friends that get along so well.
Thinking about the trip, one of my favorite things to remember, after the first day of service, we had this long conversation that I think some people enjoyed and some people didn't, but for me it was great because the kids who were there are really the future of what's actually going to change the way things are in the world, and the group wanted to talk about that. But that conversation was really cool to me because I felt like it then set the tone for the rest of the service, that it's about intention and your mindset behind it, and approaching situations with what you can learn from them rather than like what can you do for someone.
Actually finding out that you were really interested into doing service, like many times, most of the people that come on these programs, they want to just have fun, but actually realizing that you were interested in doing service, that was really impactful, even to me and even to the local people here and the local partners. They were like, oh, this is pretty cool that people want to work, people want to do something, give back to the community, and that was really nice. So it was like
There was a day where kids from a village about an hour away came to play sports with us, and we only had about an hour, but as soon as they arrived, they jumped off the bus and ran into the gym and just started playing and laughing and yelling, and it was so cool to just see how quickly they could come into this place and just let go, and it was so heartwarming. I think that was easily one of the biggest highlights of the trip, even though it was just a short time.
Adiós, niños.
Yeah. Please pump it up.
Bueno.
The one that broke my nose.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, I'm Andrew.
I'm Ryan.
And today we're at the Santa Rosa Soccerplex, and basically we are just cleaning up the fields, removing leaves and trash from the area, sanding new signs that they're putting in, and just making sure the place is real tidy because a lot of people like to come here and play sports.
Yeah.
So basically, they have really high-level soccer teams that come here to play, and it draws a big crowd out to come watch these games, and the children have something to look up to when these soccer stars come here. And being that it's in Costa Rica, soccer is a very big deal here. So to have a field like this in the middle of the city of Santa Rosa, it's just an amazing thing that brings the community together.
So anything we can do to just make it better for them and make their big gathering better and cleaner is great.
In the brightness of me, I like the dark and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, singing, how do you do? They really say, I love you. I hear babies cry and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we'll know. And
so today we're at Monkey Park in Costa Rica. Here they take care of animals that have been damaged by other people, whether they be pets or like hit by cars on the road. They take care of them and either release them into the wild or they keep them here for a while till they die. And today we planted some trees, we're cutting up some fruit, and we're repainting some of the paths so that the kids stay on it and don't damage anything.
Okay, basically here at Monkey Park, we are all volunteers, so we are 3 and in the staff, and we all do all the things. For example, feed the animals, make diets, clean cages, maintenance, and one important part that we are doing now is giving tours so that everybody can make sure what we are doing here and explain them why the animal is in a cage, why they look like that, why they don't have a wing or why they are blind, and explain the reasons why they cannot be released, which is our main objective in the foundation.
is a lot of these people like...
Some communities are happy with the way they are, I think. So when we go in a community that we don't establish any relationships with anybody. I really think that sometimes you have to just let people live the way they want to live. I do think that if the community's happy, then we shouldn't mess that up in their life. So we should not change their lifestyle.
What was something about the people there that you noticed that's different than the people from where we're from?
I think they were maybe a lot happier than us with what they had, because compared to us, we have all this stuff. Really, all the stuff we have just puts extra stress on our lives and makes us not as happy. And they don't.
What up, guys? Today's Wednesday, and I'm about to go zip line, go to an animal sanctuary, and go to the beach.
So let's get it.
We're going to Playa Grande!
Jumped down the well, found just your shell. You'll find yourself, I'll fix myself. But if your sentences are short, oh, you have to clear.
I really hope that you enjoyed every single aspect of this program. The waves and the beach and all the beach time that we spent there. Then the activities and the service that we did in helping the communities and the animals, places that we visited.
Go, make a beat. Oh my god!
And then the volcano hike.
Trust only blue. Trust only blue. Though it's not pleasant to feel, it's the only thing that's real.
And then the amazing food here in Costa Rica.
Is one that you won't regret as the sunlight turns to dust. I'll try to resist the rust.
The road trips, because we had some road trips.
Is the knife that you don't touch.
By the way, Tara, that's not a joke. I really wish you could come back to Costa Rica.
Me too.
Yeah.
I reflected on this a lot actually on the flight home. I did see a shift, and I saw such a big change in things that would seem so small to anyone else, but to me they seemed huge. I really felt like a lot of the groups started to think more as a group instead of thinking of themselves and their needs. Like even small things like closing the door to their dorm seemed like a huge challenge in the beginning, and by the end everybody seemed really aware of that. And I know that that seems small, but I feel like it's indicative of a bigger shift. Helping people get water, reminding people to get water, sharing things like their sunscreen, or reminding people to do that too. I felt like in the beginning it was this big culture shock for everyone, where it's like I'm 17, I'm away from my parents, and I need to focus on what I need, and then towards the end it was this awesome group mentality, which was cool to see. Being able to support 17 teenagers in like shaping their minds for service and what healthy capacity building service looks like is amazing to me. So if I like had any small part in that, that's a big takeaway for me.
That's the place to start. And I said
It's a simple message, and it comes from the